education project, which is called NEPAD eSchools. The primary objective is to facilitate the use of ICTs for teaching and learning and administration of primary schools on the continent. The other project that we're involved in is a broadband infrastructure project, which is meant to look at providing low-cost, affordable access to ICTs on the continent. And we are doing this through a terrestrial network that will interconnect all the African countries, but also through a broadband submarine fiber infrastructure.
There is a gap between the strategy of the region to get involved in ICT, to get involved in internet and use internet as a tool for development. But for that, we need to have a strong understanding and a strong knowledge of the economics and of the engineering side of the internet. That's become an economical tool. So a few of the operators in the region get together and say that we cannot sustain this kind of vision if we are not present in the global environment, if we cannot use an organization to represent ourselves in the global debate, because when it comes to the internet, the debate is global, it's not regional. We have to be there where decisions are being made about the internet, where people are talking about how the internet will develop.
I can give you a village scenario where, for example, somebody in a village has received an email, and that email is addressed to the local postmaster. What is happening is that the postmaster is given instructions by whoever has sent the email, please convey this message to one of the villagers using this box number. And in most cases, they pay in advance. So that message reaches, it's confirmed it has reached, and that information is sent to the person who prepaid for the service.
In Djibouti, we are very, very developed. Our telecommunications sector is very developed. We don't have, since it's a small country, we're only 1 million people. So Ethiopia is our main customer in terms of international traffic, or So now what we're trying to do is catch, aggregate all the African, East African, I would say, East Africa traffics in terms of voice, internet, and then dispatch it to the rest of the world. So this is a big challenge for us, because it's going to be very challenging to position ourselves as a hub.
We have achieved quite a lot, even though we haven't reach where we want. When we start operating as Afrinic, the total number of those identifiers, which can be extrapolated by the total number of seen devices on the internet, is around 10 million in total. And that is for the past, the more than 15 years of history of the internet in the region. For the past 5 years, we have managed to double that number, moving from about 10 million IP identifiers to more than 25 million.
We are already in space, not that we are going, we are already in the space. And I can tell you that us being in space gives room for us to be able to monitor the people that are killing themselves in the village. Like terrestrial to terrestrial view is limited, except where the CCTV is trying to be put in place, but you know that the infrastructures can be attacked. But satellite in space can monitor to the resolution of 1 meter to see who is who and the movement, human movement. So that is a way of stopping people movement unnecessarily.
The nations do not have same levels of development. Some are ahead, some are behind. And this depends on the real situation in our continent. Where is our continent in the 21st century? We're just starting everything. West countries have started in the 17th century. We're starting now. So I don't say we are behind. We are starting doing something, and for real, we will get there even faster than those West countries that had to go slowly, see, and we won't necessarily go to their ways because there are another improved manners to get where they are now.
Is that we really use internet as a tool for development. At the beginning of the internet in Africa, there was a say that internet will be a shortcut to the development. But that's something to say it, but something to really make it a shortcut for development. And our goal is to make people really understand what the internet is, the economics of the internet, because internet is more than just sending an email, more than accessing a website. There is a whole economics behind it. And if you want to make it a tool for development, you need to understand that economics. You need to put in place policy. You need to put in place rule that will allow internet to become a tool for development.
Realistic, the real point is all about having people who will champion the developments. You need leaders that are both visionary and action oriented. If you have that, the masses have been waiting and yearning for development, but how to articulate it and make it something that can be sold to them and making the resources available for them to take it up is what is lacking.